Hey everyone, we are closing down October, the last day of October today, Halloween, uh, cancer prevention, breast cancer awareness month. And I want to just speak to cancer prevention, which is really important, right? Our pink bows, ladies, that doesn't do it. We need to be proactive. Proactive in cancer prevention. It is possible. It is deliberate, intentional steps every day. And it's never one thing that you do. It's not just taking one supplement. It's a lifestyle. It's a combination. It's a mentality of wellness. It's a journey. Okay? So I'm just going to go over 4 steps, try to make it sound simple. I know it's hard. I know we are busy, ladies, we are busy, but we have to make time for ourselves. We truly do. We don't want to wait until we're sick and then we have no choice to make time for ourselves, to make time for every doctor visit that we've got to get to. So do it now. Be methodical, be intentional, and let's just get this party started, right? We're going to start with reducing inflammation. Inflammation, big part of disease in general, right? So it's all about lifestyle. Food. Food is so important. It's the most important thing that we do, aside from breathing every day. Most important thing that we do, real food. Stop with the processed food. Stop with the ultra-processed foods. I know you're busy. I know you're running around, you're working, you're volunteering, you're taking care of mom and dad, you got your kids, you're taking care of your family, you've got your pets. Take care of you. Eat real food. Cook at home or get the ingredients, have someone else cook at home for you. Ultra-processed foods have to go. Eat the colors of the rainbow. All the colors. If you can't eat it, juice it. Put your greens, your yellows, your orange, your reds in there, so important. All the colors of the rainbow. All that are the phytonutrients that we need. That's our little army, our fighting army, okay? So, real food, make sure it's organic. We have to be deliberate about eliminating pesticides, herbicides, these forever chemicals that get into our system, okay? So real food. Please keep if you're going to eat protein, lean protein, be intentional about, ask, where's this meat coming from? Is it from a responsible farm that raises their cattle, their goats, their lambs, their pigs, sustainably, and they're allowed to roam free on pesticide-free grass? Where are your eggs coming from? Where are your chickens coming from, which can be the filthiest meat out there? Ask the questions. Take care of yourself. Just like reading labels on all your processed foods, right? Ask where your food is coming from. Be deliberate. Spend your money intentionally and for your good, okay? Exercise. My God, we've got to move. You got to move every single day. 30 minutes, 3 times a week. Not cutting it. That's not good enough. You're worth more than that. So your movement should be part of your day, however you choose to do it. Have your scheduled exercise time where you're doing Zumba class or you're going to, a class, right? It could be a spin class. You could be just riding your bike around the block 4 times. Schedule that, but move. Get the vacuum out, start cleaning that house, right? Everything. Take the stairs instead of the elevator. Park at the far end of the parking lot and walk to the supermarket. Be intentional. Movement. All right? We walk our dogs, or you're just taking him out on the leash and then just letting him do his thing and then get back into the house. Walk, exercise. That movement, get that blood flowing to our brains and to all of our organs, okay? Moving blood into organs helps detoxify, okay? So that's really important. Are you sleeping? Proper sleep. That's when we heal. That's when our fighting guns come out and take care of little things that like to grow in the dark. So proper sleep, figure it out. Sleep hygiene is really important. Sleep hygiene, get rid of the blue light. Have a hygiene routine. Shut down your television. Get off the phone. Take an hour to sort of decompress, right? And get ready for bed. Take your melatonin if you need. 3 milligrams, 1 milligram, whatever it is, at sundown, right? We don't take it at bedtime. We take it at sundown. Use sleepy time tea, whatever it takes. But it is a process where you're preparing to enter into this very, very important phase of our 24-hour cycle, your sleep cycle. Buy an Oura ring, track your sleep. That is really important, okay? Stress reduction. Figure out a way to eliminate stress. And sometimes we can't. Sometimes we have stressors, financial things, health issues, parents who are sick, children who are sick, a lot of stuff at work, right? Demands. So if you can't eliminate the stress, figure out how you can cope with it. So it could be meditation. You don't have to set up the whole ceremonial, altar for your meditation. You might want to do it in your car between work and going back into your house, right? You can just sit there, eyes closed. You meditate. Maybe it's just a quiet time. Play music that you feel helps calm you down. Maybe it's aromatherapy. Maybe it's going for a walk. Maybe it's going for 2 walks. Whatever it takes to just blow off steam and set it right. We all have to tackle this. This is not specific to any one person, and sometimes it builds up, right? And that's okay. Embrace it, look at it and say, hey, you know what? I don't really want this right now. What do I have to do to just push it out of my head in this moment? Because I need to focus on other things. There's a million tapes and YouTube videos and apps and things that can get you into a better headspace. Utilize it. A lot of it is free. So utilize it. Put the time in for you, okay? Supplements, whatever. If we have to use supplements that are going to help, decrease the stress, decrease inflammation, right? Maybe it's curcumin, either ingested, that you use in your food, or you can buy it as a supplement. You don't want to rely on the supplements, but they're there if you need it. And stop toxic exposures. I mentioned that with the food when I just talked about the food. That's really important to help get rid of inflammation. Pesticides, herbicides, toxins in our food, food additives, food colorants, all of it can impact inflammation, right? So I just spoke about a lot of things, but it really is about getting rid of inflammation. Whether you think you're inflamed or you don't think you're inflamed, I guarantee it. If you have any kind of illness, any of the standard American illnesses, you have inflammation, okay? And that will lead you down a path towards the cancer, and that's not the path you want to be on, okay? So reduce inflammation. Metabolic syndrome, metabolic dysfunction, we need to heal that, okay? We have to implement the lifestyle changes that are going to eliminate heart disease, eliminate diabetes, which kind of goes hand in hand with the inflammation that I just spoke about. Don't think that you're medicating heart disease and medicating diabetes, that's okay. Think about reversing it. Think about eliminating that from your list of illness. It's easy to reverse it, but you've got to implement a plan. If you can't do it alone, get yourself a functional nutritionist. Get yourself a functional medical doctor like moi, that can set you up for success, okay? When you have heart disease, when you have diabetes, if you smoke, you are setting yourself up for cancer. With each of those things, you increase your chances of developing cancer 3 or more times more than the average person. So we have to eliminate it. We just can't deal with it, right? And we can't medicate it, and you can't keep making excuses. So, so that's really important, right? Think about eliminating all of that. Hormonal, that's a big, big part of what I do. Your hormones impact your wellness and your immune function. If you're prior to menopause, so if you're young and you're hormonally imbalanced, that needs to be put back into balance, right? We need a beautiful working relationship between estrogen and our progesterone and testosterone and insulin, of course, and making sure that we're sleeping well so our melatonin is intact, and a few other hormones that are probably not common and that you're not aware of. If you're postmenopausal, even more so reason to come see me or another good, experienced functional practitioner who is going to replace the hormones in an intelligent way, hopefully in a cycled way that is going to maintain that immunity against cardiovascular decline, against brain decline, against just your immune function in general, because hormones provide that immune wellness that we need to fight not just colds and flu, but cancer, right? So help us tackle these little growths that might happen. So it sort of changes the immune soil that we live in, right? That's the inside of our bodies, right? So hormonal wellness is so important. And probably the last thing, the fourth thing that we can do is early detection. Get your mammograms, get your colonoscopies, but it's bigger than that. We have a lot of new technology out there. Consider a Pronuvo or an Ezra scan, which is a full body MRI, especially over the age of 50, or if you know that you are predisposed to a cancer. Get the testing. It is pricey, but you don't have to do it every year. You can do it every couple of years. If you have HSA accounts or flexible spending accounts, you can dedicate, the monies that you might have in there towards that type of high level testing, right? So full body image testing that's going to detect early growth. That's when you can really do something about it. There's also blood tests. There's a really high level Gallery test that looks for circulating tumor markers for the not so common cancers that many primary doctors will screen for, or GYNs will screen for. So that's important. There's a lot out there now for testing, the Gallery test, the hormonal testing that I spoke about. I think I've covered all the bases. So 4 building blocks that you can, methodically implement into your life so that we're not on the cancer pathway. Get off the cancer highway. Stop making excuses. Start making effective changes. Love you all. Take good care. Bye-bye.